everyone, this is Maki. Today, let's take a look at the newly announced product from Shokugan together. It's the Psycho Gundam of the G Frame FA series. This is quite a big product. First of all, let's explain what Shokugan is. It's a category of toys developed by Bandai, similar to terms like Gunpla. The term Shoku means to eat while Gan stands for toy. Shokugan is a unique product line where the focus is on the food and the toy is considered an extra. This Psycho Gundam comes with a small soda-flavored chewing gum. Technically, the gum is the main product and the Psycho Gundam is the bonus item. This roundabout approach allows the use of food distribution systems. It's a business strategy that smoothes out legal processes and partnerships with distribution companies. For us fans though, this aspect doesn't really matter. Just enjoy the gum when you open the pack. The name G Frame FA reflects the nature of the product. It's similar to categories like high grade or real grade in Gunpla. The G Frame FA figures have a common inner frame on which you can mount mobile suit parts. The common frame allows you to mix and match parts from different mobile suits. The assembly process is simpler than Gunpla, making it a fun option for people who don't have the time to build detailed Gunpla models. However, because the frames are standardized, the sizes of the mobile suits often don't match their official settings. In Gunpla, suits of the same class are designed to be true to scale, but this is not the case with G Frame FA. One of the biggest attractions of G Frame FA is that you can assemble it without using tools like pliers, glue, or even stickers. Now, let's explore the details of the Psycho Gundam product, along with its story setting. As mentioned earlier, the G Frame FA series features figures built on a common inner frame. The Psycho Gundam is a product developed by enlarging this common frame. The standard size for G Frame FA figure is about 100mm, while the Psycho Gundam measures about 240mm. What's fascinating is that the frame design remains almost identical to the smaller models. This raises the exciting possibility that other large mobile armors or mobile suits may be planned for release in the future. In fact, the product description page reveals that a hand for holding weapons is included. It also mentions that the Psycho Gundam will be able to hold the weapons of future large mobile suits and mobile armors. Speaking of large mobile suits with weapons, the Queen Mantha from Gundam.G is a famous example. The possible future releases in this series are something to look forward to. Another fascinating aspect is the intricate detailing, including grooves in the armor, beam cannons and engines. Additionally, by rearranging certain parts, the Psycho Gundam can transform into its mobile armor form. While we have the chance, let's take a closer look at what kind of weapon the Psycho Gundam is. It has an interesting relationship with various mobile suits and the broader Gundam series. The Psycho Gundam was originally designed as the Zeta Gundam. The original design was created by Katsushi Murakami, a Bandai employee. However, the design for the Zeta Gundam eventually went in a different direction. The unused design was later revived as the Psycho Gundam. In history, its background is also fascinating. Its development was spearheaded by the Murasame Research Institute, an Earth Federation facility dedicated to the study of new types. This institute developed the Psycho Gundam as a powerful new weapon. The development process faced significant challenges. but it gained momentum when data from the Gundam Mark II developed by the Titans was made available. This use of the Gundam Mark II stated to advanced development mirrors the process for Zeta Gundam. Technological limitations at the time led to the enormous size of the Psycho Gundam. This was due to the scaling up of the Psycho frame system and Cyber type technology, both of which were still in their infancy. The inclusion of a flight system called the Minovsky craft also contributed to its massive size. Despite its towering height of 40 meters, the Psycho Gundam retains a design that closely resembles traditional Gundam types. This was a deliberate choice to secure development funding from the Earth Federation by presenting it as a Gundam-type weapon. The design philosophy is actually more similar to the Zeon developed by the Principality of Zeon. Thus, the Psycho Gundam can be described as Gundam-like only in appearance. The Psycho Gundam is piloted by cyber types artificially created to replicate the advanced evolutionary potential of new types. This makes it not only a central element in the story, but also a tragically complex creation in its evolutionary history. The Psycho Gundam left a massive impact on viewers and influenced many subsequent works. In the Seed series, the Destroyed Gundam can be considered a significant successor to the Psycho Gundam's legacy. The Destroyed Gundam is a terrifying weapon capable of switching between a form reminiscent of Big Zam from the original Gundam series and a form resembling the Psycho Gundam. It also shares a poignant story. Its pilot forms a bond with the protagonist, only to meet a tragic end. Interestingly, the Psycho Gundam also makes an appearance in Tane Gundam, which depicts a distant future within the Universal Century timeline. However, its appearance is not in the anime, but in the novel adaptation. In the story, the Tane Gundam, piloted by the protagonist Lauren, emerges from a stone statue called the White Owl. Its white armor leaves such an impression that the characters in the story name it after the statue. The Psycho Gundam appears near the end of the novel and is called the Black Doll due to its all-black exterior. Surprisingly, its pilot is Gensard Line Ford, who is neither a soldier nor a trained pilot. He is simply a businessman. Whether again is a nudity is unclear, as there is no explicit reference or description of him as such in the story. Nevertheless, he fights against Lauren's Tane Gundam and the Tanex piloted by the final antagonist, Gim Gingo Nam. In Tane Gundam, it is often explained that the mobile suits have undergone changes or distortions from their original forms. For example, the Zaku appears as the Bojanon, which is described as either a redesigned replica or a suit altered by underground Machis. It is likely that the Psycho Gundam has undergone similar transformations. There are hints in the story that its power and details have changed. For example, the mobile armored form of the Psycho Gundam is said to be about 30 meters tall. However, it is also described as being about the same size as the Wodom, a mobile suit that is 40 meters tall. This discrepancy suggests some evolution in its design. Furthermore, during the final battle, a nuclear bomb is detonated at close range, but the Psycho Gundam withstands the blast and continues to fight. While the Psycho Gundam is known for its thick armor, it is usually defeated by standard mobile suit weapons such as beam sabers. Its ability to withstand a nuclear blast indicates an extraordinary increase in its durability. This appearance in the Tane Gundam novel left a strong impression not only on the fans, but also on the creators. As a result, Gan third line food occasionally pirates the black doll in some video games, reflecting the novel's portrayal. The Psycho Gundam is not only fearsome, but also has a fascinating backstory. It would be a great idea to recreate scenes from the story by displaying the G-frame FA Psycho Gundam next to the Gundam Mark II. Placing it next to the Zeta Gundam could also be interesting, emphasizing the common roots, as both were completed with the technology of the Gundam Mark II. In a way, they are like siblings. They could also be paired with a Gunpla version of the destroyed Gundam to show a cross-series sibling collaboration, alternatively displaying it with the Tane Gundam, or Tanex as a black doll would add another layer of depth to your display. The G-Frame FA Psycho Gundam will be available exclusively from Premium Bandai. The price is approximately $97, although the final cost may vary depending on exchange rates. Pre-orders will begin in Japan on November 22, and the product is scheduled to ship in April 2025. Thanks for sticking with me to the end. See you next time!